In this video, I want to talk a little bit about education. In our previous video, we talked about teamwork. So this is kind of like the next step that I want to get into. And when it comes to educating buyers or educating sellers, there's a lot of communication involved, right? So back to the whole team thing. Teams, my goodness, teams. But when you're making these kinds of decisions, it's really important that we feel comfortable and confident, right, in what we're doing. So education, to me, is kind of like a funnel, right? So I ask you, well, what do you know about the area? What do you know about the buying process or the selling process? We first kind of come into this equal ground of both of our knowledge, skill sets. I mean, there's certainly things that you know that I don't know. And so we kind of blend this all together, massage it, and figure out where we are today and where we want to go. And what do we need to learn in between, et cetera, et cetera. We're filling in the gaps. We're telling a story when it comes to our education of your situation. So we go from the top and we funnel down. And let's talk a little bit about buyers first. For buyers, what we want to figure out is how well you know the market. How well do you know the cities around here? As you know, potentially already, that the Columbia River Gorge is very dynamic. In Stevenson, we have a lot of greenery. Over towards Lyle and the Dalles, it's very dry, right? So like, where do you want to be on that spectrum? And we want to figure out too, your finances. Are you pre-approved? What's a monthly payment that you're used to paying maybe already with rent or that you want to achieve with home ownership? Right? So those are some two big pieces that I, as an agent, as a buyer's agent, can help you, or someone else. Remember, it's all about who's on your team, right? Okay, so now let's start into what a seller's education may look like. So same kind of thing. How long have you maybe lived here, right? Where do you want to go? Do you want to stay in the market? Right? Oh, maybe they haven't even sold anything in like forever, right? And they just like don't remember any paperwork, or they don't remember any kind of inspections that they may want to do ahead of time, or what they can expect a buyer to ask of them. So like walking through that process, what does a contract look like that we may want to see? What are terms that might be good for you? When do you need to be out of your home by? So it's this kind of exploratory process that we go through. And like, you know, how many days on market can we expect your home to be on when we market it, right? Or where do we think your price is worth? Duh, like that's a huge one, right? So we obviously then, with the whole team aspect, I keep bringing it in, when it comes to listing your home, right? Where can we feel comfortable together listing your home? If for some reason we're in a situation where you want to list your home extra high and I'm kind of like, I don't know about that. Like, I want to have the open conversation with you, and maybe we need to go look at some statistics, right? I want you to feel comfortable wherever we go, ultimately, because when we're comfortable, we're willing to walk this sometimes often difficult path together, and it doesn't really have to be that difficult, you guys. So education, right, in any field it helps us get more comfortable what we're dealing with. Otherwise, sometimes it can be a scary thing, and we don't want to make decisions out of being fearful. So let's go out there, let's get educated, talk to myself, one of my other Windermere colleagues. We'd be glad to just sit down with you, either just like have some coffee, have some dinner, go on a hike. This doesn't have to be some professional, complicated, just kind of gross thing. It's just us having a conversation and figuring out where you are today. So feel free to just contact me, reach out, give me a call, shoot me a text, shoot me an email. Either which way it goes, let's just start the conversation today.